Hey guys, welcome to We're the Greers. It has been 3 weeks since we did our big announcement, and we just want to touch base today and talk about sort of what's been going on this past week and our wins and losses individually and collectively. And do you want to start?
I guess so. You want to start with wins or losses?
Let's start with wins.
Okay. All right. So I think for me, the biggest win this week has been so it's beginning to feel sort of normal to not have to get up and go to work. And now we're sort of past the point of it feeling awkward. So really it's the ability now to sort of use some of the gifts that God's given me directly for our family rather than for work. So like organization, administration, leadership, and things like that I did so long at work. After a 2-week break, I was had a desire to start using those things again. And so be able to use them and use them like in our household and for our families felt really rewarding, and also like learning how to change how you give that direction and stuff like that. It's a lot different when you're giving it to your wife versus your employees.
Yeah, that means we've had schedules and things that we have to do at certain times. So that's been an adjustment. But I would say that's one of my big wins too, is that we are sort of getting into this natural routine, but also are able to, because of Benjamin's awesome organizational skills and leading us well, we sort of sat down and talked about things that need to be done, and we have a better plan, I feel like. We sort of know where we're going and what we need to do, and we're able to work together to make time for that. And so that's been my big win. That was sort of my big win this week too. We got a little bit of a routine going, I think, and starting to feel like we have a plan.
Yeah, I'll start us on losses. I want to say we don't pre-plan, like we don't talk about the wins and losses prior to this, so that way we can be authentic like we sort of said we would be. So the loss for me is sort of along the same lines. It's becoming routine, and so this bold action of leaving my job before I was really ready now has started to feel routine, and so it doesn't feel like I'm exercising my faith as much this week in doing it as it did the 2 weeks prior. I think the biggest thing is I feel like I'm trying to grab back a hold of or begin to control something that I just can't control and I can't understand. And so that's been sort of an internal struggle to just keep letting go of it every day, and just say no, I'm just laying it down again. I can't handle it, or trying to look at it and feeling overwhelmed and just sort of oh my goodness. So that's sort of been I think the struggle, not a loss, because it's learning more about myself and furthering my relationship with God, but has certainly been a challenge.
Yeah, this week has been sort of tough on me, and it's just purely earthly, selfish type of stuff. Things like I was planning a Disney World trip for January, and I would be planning that trip about right now, and so it's been tough on me to sort of let go of my dreams and sort of my hopes and stuff, and so that's been a challenge for me this week. And then just sort of, I guess, wanting to know what's next, God. And I feel that we're just not supposed to know yet. And that's God's just sort of saying it's not time for you to know. You're still wanting to be in control, Charlie, and that's not what you're supposed to do right now. You're supposed to learn to lean on me and trust me and have faith in me. And, things just haven't gone the way I would have wanted it to go in certain ways, just financially and stuff like that. Things popping up out of the blue, and so it's just been a real test of my faith, and just having to put my gaze towards heavenly things and how God is growing me during this season, and having to let go of some of those selfish desires that I sort of want. So, but we'll get there. Got anything else you want to sort of add today?
That's it. No comic relief for me today.
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We look forward to chatting with y'all next Saturday about what the next week has in store for us. Hope y'all have a great week.